Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to stay updated with all our latest content. Join us and never miss out on the excitement. On the early morning hours of 16 August 1994, Frank Bryce is murdered by the hand of Lord Voldemort, who is apparently plotting to get to Harry Potter with the aid of Wormtail and an unidentified young man. Harry is woken up from a dream involving this by Hermione Granger. Harry then travels by portkey to the 422nd Quidditch World Cup with Amos and Cedric Diggory, whereby they witness the defeat of Bulgaria to Ireland. After the match, a gang of Death Eaters sparks terror among the campsite, and Harry is separated from the others in the confusion and is knocked unconscious. After the destruction of the campsite, the unidentified young man from Harry's dream casts the dark mark into the sky, but flees when the others find Harry.
Harry, Ron, and Hermione arrive at Hogwarts, where they learn that the Triwizard Tournament will be taking place at the school that year.
Delegations of students from Beauxbatons and Durmstrang arrive in the school to take part in the tournament. However, during the introductions, Elaster, Mad-Eye Moody enters the Great Hall and is introduced as the new defense against the Dark Arts teacher for that year. The Goblet of Fire, a magical object that selects the participants for the tournament, selects Fleur de Lacquer, Victor Crumb, and Cedric Diggory. However, before the celebrations can begin, an unexpected fourth name is ejected from the goblet and is revealed to be Harry Potter. Albus Dumbledore proceeded to interrogate Harry as to how his name got into the goblet. His innocence is confirmed by Moody, but Harry is still required to compete in the tournament, as Barty Crouch SNR states that Harry is under a magical binding contract. The majority of students in the school believe Harry had cheated by entering into the tournament himself, and because of this incident, this made Ron jealous, causing him to shun Harry. Harry soon learns that the first task is to steal a golden egg from a dragon after Rubeus Hagrid shows him the dragons for the task in the Forbidden Forest. He informs Cedric of the upcoming task, and with thanks from Moody is able to capture the egg using his firebolt broomstick. Ron realizes that Harry would never knowingly put himself into such danger without knowing about it beforehand, and the two make up and begin talking once more. During the winter holiday, Hogwarts plays host to a Yule Ball, but the evening ends on a bad note, as Ron jealously learns that Hermione had a date with Victor Crumb. Harry later has a similar dream to the one he had over the summer, but from the point of view of Frank and wakes when Frank is killed by the killing curse. Grateful for his tip-off about the dragons, Cedric tells Harry how to solve the clue with the egg and advises him to take a bath.
Harry listens to the golden egg in the prefect's bathroom and correctly deduces that the second task involves a trip into the Black Lake to find something that has been taken from him.
Having obtained gillyweed from Neville Longbottom before the task, he uses it to swim under the lake for an hour and rescues Ron from the merpeople. He also frees Gabrielle de Lacquer, as Fleur does not arrive due to her being attacked by Grindylows. His act of saving Gabrielle, despite her not being Harry's hostage, allows him to gain second place and ties his points with Cedric, while earning him 2 kisses from Fleur herself. After the task, Harry meets with Barty Crouch SNR, who congratulates him for his achievements, and stating that Harry's parents would be very proud of him. Crouch's talk is cut off by Moody, who begins to make accusations that Crouch is trying to recruit Harry. As Crouch walks towards Moody, he flicks his tongue, which alarms Crouch before he leaves. While wandering the forest with Hagrid and the others, he finds Crouch's corpse and heads to Dumbledore's office in the castle, where Cornelius Fudge argues with Dumbledore and adamantly tells Dumbledore that he will not be seen as a coward for canceling the Triwizard Tournament. Dumbledore, Fudge, and Moody leave the office when Harry's presence is made known to them, Dumbledore letting Harry know that he can have a licorice snap, but warns that they are a wee bit sharp. In his haste, Harry picks some of the candy up, but they start jumping around and biting his hand. He stumbles and hits a hidden floor switch, revealing the pensive, toward which Harry steps toward carefully and cautiously. He suddenly falls into the depths of the pensive after staring into the mist and falls into a courtroom where he learns that Igor Karkaroff used to be a Death Eater and that Crouch SNR had a son by the same name. Harry suddenly recalls that Crouch's son looked very much like the unknown man in his dream. When he informs Dumbledore of this recollection, Dumbledore urges him to put it out of his mind for now. While making his way back to Gryffindor Tower, he catches sight of Karkaroff's dark mark while he argues with Severus Snape in a potion store cupboard. Snape maliciously taunts Harry about the supposed thefts of Boomslang's skin from his store cupboard, and suggests that he and his friends are brewing Polyjuice potion, threatening to use Veritaserum on Harry if any more ingredients go missing from his stores. The third task consists of a maze, and the champions only need to find the Triwizard Cup in the center, which has been placed there by Alastor Moody. The maze is later seen to be enchanted and blows gusts of wind every so often to disorient the champions. During the maze challenge, Krum stuns Fleur and attempts to do the same to Cedric, but is stunned when the latter uses the disarming charm against him.
Harry stops Cedric from attacking Krum further and runs off.
Before noticing the cup, they run towards it, but Cedric is caught by roots and nearly engulfed by them, but Harry saves him. The two grab the cup themselves, but are teleported to the graveyard of Little Hangleton, where Harry recalls his dreams of being in that place. But before he can explain further, Wormtail and Lord Voldemort arrive, causing Harry to clutch his scar in pain. Seeing the danger, Harry desperately tells Cedric to go back to the cup, but a cauldron standing between them activates, making Harry suffer pain in his scar even more. Cedric is killed by Wormtail, and Harry is pinned to a statue of the Angel of Death. Wormtail drops Voldemort into the potion, puts a bone of his father into it, cuts off his hand, and draws blood from Harry. The additions revive Voldemort. When Voldemort is fully revived, he summons the Death Eaters to the graveyard and fits Wormtail with a new hand. Voldemort admonishes them for leaving him, and then spots Harry and explains to the Death Eaters about how Harry survived while he, Voldemort, was rendered powerless and disembodied. Then touches Harry's scar, causing pain to Harry. Voldemort then frees an injured and weak Harry and forces him to a duel. He then tortures Harry with the Torture Curse. As they duel, their spell caused the effect of Priori Incantatem. The spirits of people killed by Voldemort's wand, Harry's parents, Cedric and Frank Bryce, exit out of Voldemort's wand and watch the two fight. Harry's father tells him that as soon as the connection is broken, they shall create a diversion to hold Voldemort and the Death Eaters for a few seconds so Harry can get back to the cup. Cedric asks him to bring his body back. Harry does not break contact until his mother orders him to do so. The spirits create the said diversion, giving Harry enough time to get to Cedric's body and summon the Triwizard Cup with the Accio spell and then teleport to Hogwarts. Voldemort roars with fury when his plan fails. Upon Harry's arrival at Hogwarts, the entire community and the two other schools express horror when they see Cedric's corpse. An exhausted Harry then tries to tell Dumbledore what happened, but in the chaos, Moody secretly takes Harry away from the maze and into his office, where he reveals himself to be behind all the events of the year. It was he who put Harry's name in the goblet, suggested that Hagrid take Harry into the woods to see the dragons, informed Cedric how to discover the clue in the golden egg, gave Neville Longbottom the book about Gillyweed, bewitched Victor in the maze, and made the Triwizard Cup a portkey. Dumbledore, realizing that the real Moody would not get Harry away from him, forcibly breaks into his office with Snape and McGonagall and disarms him. After Snape forces Veritaserum upon Moody, the latter indicates a magical trunk where the professors and Harry discover the real Moody. The Polyjuice potion wears off, and the impostor is revealed to be Bartemius Crouch Jr., who impersonated Moody to access Hogwarts' arranged events to ensure Harry made it to the third task, and also stole from Snape's stores. The professors and Harry leave the room, and Snape stays to guard Bartemius, his wand pointed at the latter's face. Bartemius makes a final snake-like flick of his tongue, his trademark move. A memorial feast is held at the Great Hall in memory of Cedric, where Dumbledore announces against the ministers' will that Voldemort is back once more. Afterwards, Harry, Ron, and Hermione reflect on events, knowing that Hogwarts will never be the same. See you in the next video.